Ladies and gentlemen, listeners of the podcast, I am doing a special recording of my roleplay show for 2 nights only on October 16th and 17th at the courthouse in my home city of Bangor by the sea. If you want to come and spend an intimate evening with me and then also watch me do the show, you can get tickets via the description of the podcast if there's any left, because Bangor's always very good to me and they sell quite quickly down there. But here's hoping. If you want to come and join me, get the tickets here now, and I will see you on the 16th and 17th of October. The Sly Guy podcast is brought to you by Visual Antics Apparel. Visual Antics supply all the sweet merch for this podcast. The little Sly Fox hat, if you want to look like a player, or if you want to put that backwards, you can look like you're cut the hedges. But either way, if you want to buy this hat or all their merch, the nice t-shirts we've got there, got the Fox logo on a t-shirt, we've got the Physique Guy t-shirt for you guys pumping up in the gym with a wee piece. The rest, it's all there at Visual Antics Apparel. I've got a wee description link right there for you too. If you don't want to type it in, you just follow that wee link. You go check out the merch. Say Davey sent you, and if you want a wee Brucey bonus, a wee 10% off, you can get a 10% off by using the discount code SLYGUY10 at checkout. That's SLYGUY10 at checkout. Thanks to the lads at visualanticsapparel.com. Go and check out the merch. Get yourself hatted up. And don't get tatted up unless you want to get just go and get the merch. It's all good. Link in the description. We are also brought to you in association with Modest Beer. Modest is my favourite beer that you're going to get in a tin. I'm sorry to say it. It's also on draft as well in a lot of places. But if you want to know where it's on draft or what different beers Modest have, you can check out their website. It's modestbeer.co.uk, or you can go straight there through the link in the description. Modest Beer, I've got a brews letter, which is keep you up to date with all things Modest. You can subscribe to that on their website. You can get some nice Modest merch there. You can buy a few beers. You can get a wee tote bag to put the beers in and the merch in. And then at the checkout code, you can just enter SlyGuy15 at checkout. But it's not SlyGuy15 at checkout because SlyPA, because SlyPA, it's a pun on beer. SlyPA15 at checkout for 15% off your Modest purchase. You may or may not have heard of Patreon. That's a subscription service where you can get bonus content. You can get live podcasts. You can get recorded ones, you can get extra Sly Guy ones, you can get merch discount, you get early access to tickets like my shows in the courthouse, all at patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast. The description to the Patreon is underneath in the description of the podcast, so you can catch it there. You can just follow the link, you can get all that bonus content there. There's loads coming up there. I've actually got a backload of stuff to upload because I've been busy, but it's coming. You can subscribe for like £2 a month, whatever you can afford. Get on there and join the family. Yeah.
I'm the Sly Guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another episode of the Sly Guy podcast. On this Thursday, the day that the podcast always comes out, it's coming out again because that's what happens. That's how we work it here in the headquarters of the Sly Guy podcast. We're coming into it's not the sea. Is it here's the thing. Noah Khan, right? The singer who sings, but tell your mom it's just she's never sticks. Him, the one-hit wonder who played a full concert here. I don't know what everyone else was doing for the rest of the song. He's a good singer. I'm not disrespecting him. But is this stick season? Because I would be going to Noah Khan. I'd be going, listen, it isn't stick season. You can shove your sticks where the sun don't shine. And I'm going to struggle to say this next one because it's spunkin season. Spunkin lice. Spunkin lice. It's pumpkin spice latte, Simon. It's pumpkin spice latte, Simon. Season, fuck. Anyway, it's coming into bastard winter, that's what I'm saying, alright? The pumpkin spice lattes are coming out. People are starting to go, oh no, the windows must be closed. Oh, I don't know why Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, the windows need to be shut. It's getting cold. That's what I'm saying. It's getting cold. The pumpkin spice. Don't fucking make it so hard for me to say. It's too like spunk and my brain can't compute anything else. It's cold. Winter's coming in. As Sean Bean would say, winter's coming. It's rough. We're going to have to stop wearing shorts. I'm going to have to put on trousers. I'm going to have to start wearing layers and woolly hats to keep my bald head warm. But let's be positive about it. It's coming into autumn, isn't it? Autumn's coming. Halloween's just around the corner. Next thing you know, it'll be Christmas. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. We'll all be fat again. We'll be having to start from scratch in January. It's a slippery slope. Start strong today and end strong towards the end of the year. And that's what we're going to do with this podcast. That is the most messy intro to the history of this podcast, but this is what you're getting. You're getting a messed up mind, and we're getting a messed up guest, because my guest this week is none other than my best friend, Diona Doherty. It's just two best friends shooting the shit in pumpkin spice latte season. So hard to say. We're here, we're chatting about why we're best friends. We're just having a good time. We're talking about the return of schools, getting our kids off to school. Fuck them. Way to school. Way to out of our hair, getting a bit of routine back together. Being fitness guys, pump it up. And then, of course, you can probably tell by my terrible hair that I've been doing some sort of acting. That's usually a giveaway that I've been... Because, again, the only roles I ever do are, like, bouncers, like heavy bouncer people that just go, no, not today, mate. Or pervy-looking creep guys. Hence the sort of half-length hair. So we chat about that and loads of other things. And just have a load of fun. So, guys... Get yourself round to your local coffee distributor. Get a pumpkin spiced latte. Make sure you don't go up to the wee window and go, give me a spunkin. Fuck. It's not worth it. It's not a good thing to do. Don't be doing that. But also, here's another thing. Actually, now you speak of it, see when you go for a drive-thru, why is it when you go to certain drive-thrus, Starbucks, they go, and it's probably like, excuse me, you still go there? Yeah, their coffee is quite nice and very easy. So I apologise the fact that they support wars, but nice coffee. But they always go, okay, just head around to the next window. Like, what do they think you're going to do? You're not just going to order coffee and leave, are you? Unless you're some sort of fucking renegade. Anyway, we digress. This week's episode of the Sly Guy podcast, as always, brought to you by Visual Antics, Modest Beer, and of course me. And my guest this week is my best friend and yours, Double D herself, Diona Doherty.
How are you, David?
I'm very well. How are you? We're
my professional
sparse.
acting friend. I know lots of the endeavours you're doing at the moment you probably can't talk about.
Yeah, I know. You know I can't. But I do want to talk actually off the bat. I want to excuse my hair.
Your hair's fantastic.
It's not. I had to keep it for being an actor. I had to look like I was, you know, a taxi driver. Shocker. Wow. So they were like, yeah, just grow your hair about and look
Grow your hair.
Scruffy. So I feel like I'm going to have to go home and shave it now because I'm doing Lavery's Comedy Club. So I need to look smart for that. I don't want to look...
Are you there to talk about your
Scruffy.
taxi driver rule and what it's for?
I probably can't say what it's for, but
Yes.
I think I've just given my role away. So
Yeah.
for But yeah, so and on that I would need to give Ray a shout out. Ray's working the camera and he was like, give me a shout out in the podcast. So Ray,
Oh,
respect.
I thought
Yeah.
you meant like Ray
Is
was
my-
like the taxi driver who was teaching you how to be a taxi driver.
And that was Johnny. Big shout out to Johnny as well for helping me how to, because that was it. That was one of the funny things. They were like, can you drive a manual car? And I was like, of course I can. Have I ever done before?
All cars are manual? What are you talking about?
Not manual, sorry, automatic.
Oh,
Automatic, yeah. And I was like, yeah, how hard could it be? And then they made me do it in a Tucson, which is the same as what I have. But I'm so used to there being a wee clutch on it. So I was driving out of the base and then like a little van came up and I near put the two of us
Why?
through the window because I expected there to be a clutch,
No,
but I
but
just hit
why
the
does
brake.
any car in this country be automatic? Is there people driving automatic
Yep.
cars?
Automatic cars.
Lazy.
Yeah. And then I got brought in to try it all out and then on the day they're like, oh yeah, we couldn't get an automatic car, so you're just in a manual taxi, which was fine apart from it was an old taxi, so like the gear stick was round the wrong way, so and
Right.
the gears I was going into.
We've now deciphered it's an old taxi.
Mm-hmm.
The show's not set in current day.
It is, but it's just an old taxi.
Just a shit taxi
Yeah,
driver
it's
can't
a
afford a
shit-
good car.
Correct. That's why I look like this. Can't afford a haircut, let alone a good taxi. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I finished that last night, thankfully.
You're
so,
the professional actor guy now.
I know it's weird, isn't it? It's very
Oh, but you're getting
strange.
lots of parts.
Yeah, they're looking a lot of creepy looking guys, like
Yes.
pervy looking guys, taxi drivers or bouncers. They're
You're-
in demand at the minute.
You're in your
So,
pervy era.
Yeah, I know it's a like people are saying Brat Summer. Right, this is something I don't get. Brat Summer, and then people keep asking questions and using the word demure, and I'm like, what is that even? Why do you keep?
Oh, I know. Do you not know what this mindful
No.
demure thing is? Well, I only know because I seen 3 or 4 people post about it. I saw Kim Kardashian post about it. J-Lo post about it. And basically there was...
Those basic.
I'm not
bitches.
following any of them too, by the way. They got my suggested. And some girl made a video about how she goes to work, and she's like done up loads of makeup, big glasses, and she'll see how I go to work. Very demure, very mindful, like that, and
Right,
it's really
okay.
funny. And it went viral, and everyone did it. And I only found it because I never these viral trends like see that there, hiya or something. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that meant to be sex?
It's just very fun. I don't know what it is.
Like, but I don't know because I never hear these viral.
I mean, I don't
trends.
know. I've never heard that noise.
The one that we just done?
Ever during sex. No, the noise is just like, that's enough now.
That only happens when
That'll
you...
do. That'll do. Okay, let's
Yeah,
go.
you've had your fun.
Yeah, let's put the dishwasher on now. All right. Cheers.
Or, is that you?
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Well done, you.
Yeah, fair play. You're a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you having sex with your dog? Good boy.
No. Oh, no. There's one. I was going to say one thing I couldn't have sex with. There's plenty, but I could never even let him see me with my clothes off. Our bond's just not. It's not that.
Do you think? Well, see, this is the thing.
I just want to clarify. I'm not going to sex my dog. Just
Yes.
you just drop that out there like it was nothing.
Yeah. Like I knew that information. I used to get. Sorry, before we move on, that viral video, and then I was doing Electric Picnic, and I only heard of this video like a few hours before, and I was all, do you know what I'm going to be today? A topical comedian.
Oh yeah.
And I like added very demure, very mindful into one of my lines, and people were all, yo! And I was like, oh, this room is full of TikTok followers. Also, can I also
AKA
add...
stupid cunts.
Yeah, stupid cons. By the start of my performance in Electric Picnic, there was a couple hundred people. Good wee turnout. I was like, this is fun. By the end, there was like no joke, like 2,500. It was fucking rammed. I couldn't believe it. I was like, guys.
Because of that line?
No, because of that line. People from afar, people were over listening to, what do you call the guys? The fucking kneecap or something, and they heard, hiya! And they just came flying over to me. But by the end of it, I was all, oh my god, I'm a big deal at Electric Picnic. This is mad. Like I'm a big deal at Electric Picnic. And then when I came off stage, I realised that your fella Garen Noon was on straight after me.
I see, yeah.
And they'd all come to see him, and never have I been happier that I was timetabled directly before him, so that I got the people who were accidentally coming to him and had to wait for 5 minutes.
And he is delicious after all, so that's...
See, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Because I know, I saw it in his profile, the word delicious, and I thought that must be his thing.
Yeah, he just says, follow me, I'm delicious. That was the worst impression of him ever.
Okay.
Garen's great. Like, Garen did that...
He's lovely.
Did that show on BBC Sounds a
Yes.
while ago. Can't even remember. Big Comic Energy.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he has a vibe about him. You know,
Okay.
He's just funny. Funny bones.
Can I also say, right, so you're talking about you don't want to get changed in front of your dog. I used to regularly get changed in front of my cat, but whilst getting changed, like regretting it as I'm doing it, because I used to look at the cat, and honestly, his face was so judgmental. Like I could tell that he was looking at me going, you had that child 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, do you know that sort of way?
Yeah, but then you get in your head about what they do as well. You know, I mean, you look at an animal and be like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Look at, what's the problem?
Yeah.
And then they can't speak, so you go, go away. Here we go.
I used to look at my cat during, like, I had to get out of the shower, but getting changed. He'd be looking at me on, and his meow would start to go, like he'd the question. He would question. Do you know? One night, me and Sean were lying in bed with the cat. No, and we were just lying in bed, and it was like the middle of the night, and our cat at the start, after we'd gotten it, used to like protest to get into our bedroom, and he used to run and like kamikaze himself against the door. He would run and just throw himself. And one night he threw himself against our door like 2 or 3 times, and obviously we ignore him because he's not getting into our bedroom at night time. We only have sex with dogs. And
You're talking to the right man.
he's at the door, and after a couple of times him throwing himself at, like big thuds against the door, he eventually just went, like, why? And we thought this was hilarious.
Did you let him in eventually? Did it
No,
work?
he votes DUP.
That's fair. Let's keep that cat out there.
Yeah, he's not let in.
No, Catherine told me a story once that there was this person, not funny, she knew, and he went walking with his dog at night, just let him off a lead, and just went running, but it ran into a wall and broke his neck and died.
Oh,
So went
Dave!
running and couldn't see, and
This
just,
is
yeah.
so sad.
Yeah, that'd be so shit. You feel so bad. Be like, I fucking should have just got my lazy arse out of bed this morning.
Do you know what
Let
that
go.
is? That is when your own dreams kill you. Because
Yeah.
that dog, all he wanted was to run free, and that's what got him in the end. Sometimes we all need the leash. That is an analogy for life.
That is. Sometimes you think you want to be free. You know what I always go back to? Britney Spears and her dad. You know, they're like, let her loose, and then she's dancing with knives in her kitchen. You're like, no, bring her dad
Bring
back.
her back
Go
in.
on. And he's just sitting there like,
Yeah. It's like, do you know when an alcoholic comes off the drink and all, and then their friends are like, we'll stand by you, we're still going to have fun. They go to night out, and their friends are like, you should
Yeah,
take a shot.
You know
It's
what's
a
so
shite.
bad about that? You know Busted, the band, my favourite band? They did a tour, and Matt Willis is sober. I watched this in a documentary where he's like, I'm not drinking, but we're going back on tour, and last time I went on tour, I relapsed. So I need the guys to be supportive, and like his rider, he was like, protein, bananas, nuts, things like that. Charlie Simpson's rider's like 18 bottles of red wine. You're like, that's not supportive. That's a piece of shit friend, you know. And he's like, well, I'm into her. Like, I want to have a good time.
I'm having a good time.
Just because you can't control yourself doesn't mean.
Yeah. But that's it. Like, that's the hard thing. Like, if your friend had an addiction, like, say, like booze or fucking porn or whatever, are you supposed to then go, well, I'm not allowed to enjoy those things near you? I also think porn is very much something you should do on your own and not be like...
That'd be a problem. Be like, you wouldn't mind. Yeah, actually, this is even if I wasn't addicted, this is weird.
On the tour bus, just on the bed above him, just...
Yeah, fucking imagine how you know you're going to relapse.
You relapse by just... Yeah. I know. I have an addiction to protein bars at the minute.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean...
You have an addiction to the pump at the minute.
You're on.
Pumping and also working out a lot. You're also doing a lot of that. Yeah, so what are the protein bars?
Do you not love a protein bar?
Not necessarily. Some of them I do.
Oh, no. You have to find a good one. Grenade.
Yeah.
I just ate
a nice. The white one.
Oreo.
And is it in the red wrapper? It's a nice one. They do.
No. That's the normal Oreo. I had a white Oreo one there now. I eat one every single day. It is literally a chocolate bar. Grenade have mastered, because some protein bars taste a bit like Play-Doh.
Like cardboard.
Aye.
Yeah, they're not nice.
Oh no, these Grenade, I swear to every time I meet it going, there's no... I mean, all it is a chocolate bar with extra protein.
Yeah.
Because it is still full of other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And to make them taste nice, like there is a lot of sweetener, but you still, because the word protein's in it, you're like...
Yeah. It's like they're protein Mars bars. Like, that's just a Mars bar.
Except not as nice. It's harder. It's
exactly.
Like, it hurts my wee teeth and all my fillings.
But that's why I think the Grenade ones are lying about their protein, because it just tastes like a chocolate bar.
Yeah, I mean, but they are tasty.
Oh, yes.
And do you have one every... Do you buy them bulk? Do you
I'm
do
having
the
them every day.
Where do you buy them? Because they're dear. Like, to buy one.
One's £3, but if you go on a Tesco with your club card, $1.80.
Right, per bar? Do you buy
per bar? It's still dear.
And are you going in all like, where is it now? Where's my bar?
Oh my god! Like I have ones hidden in all different, not hidden, but like placed in all different places because I don't want to be caught out with a protein bar.
Yeah, that's important. I have one in my glove box, and I keep Red Bull in my glove box for late night gigs in case I can't get home.
Do you? In case you can't get home?
In case I'm really hungry and really tired. A wee protein bar and a Red Bull.
Now, I was on my way last year when I was doing my play the Hindu. I was on my way to Ballymena.
Oh no! Sorry to hear it.
And I genuinely like had a moment where I fell asleep at the wheel, right? Like for like a second, and I heard a beep, and I had started to swerve into the next lane. Swear to God, it was so scary, right? Most of the people listening are probably going, "We wish I had been fucking wish a car had a hit." I then pulled down to the Apple Green, which is about 100 yards up the road, and I got a bag of Skittles and a Red Bull. A sugar-free Red Bull, because it was the caffeine anyway. And I ate that and drank that, and Ballymena got the best of me that night. Yeah. And then it became one of them things where you're like, I need to recreate that every time.
Yeah.
So then every episode of the Blame Game last year, I had a bag of Skittles, and then I had a full thing of Red Bull, and it got to the point then where like Neil and Tim and all been knocking on my door, but all, do you have any Skittles this week? Because they were all in a wee handful of Skittles, so I ended up buying them Skittles, and it was like this ritual then, and then I felt like if I didn't neck a Red Bull and eat Skittles, that I was going to do shit. And it took a while for me to detach from the bag of sugar I was ingesting before every single thing. Sean was like, you can't do that 2-3 times a week. That's mental.
And your teeth would just fall out. You
fall
look like
out
a crack addict and you're still on Skittles. Like, fair play to Tim for moving on from the tablets to Skittles.
Yeah.
That's a good improvement for him.
Yeah.
But that is a mental thing about whenever you do something well, like stand up or other stuff, you're like, what's my routine that I need to do? Because I got in something similar with podcasting for a while where I had to get a sugary coffee on the way to it, and I was like, probably same thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'm saying all this fucking wild rat, and then I was like, I'm actually in a room talking to myself at the time, and just a solo. And that was because I was drinking sugary coffees, and I was like, stick another shot in that. And they're like, are you sure there's a lot going on here? I'm like, I need it. And then after a while, after 15 minutes in, I was like, I've had it crashed here. And I'm...
But you do, it's like even if your kids sleep really well, and you're like, what did everybody eat for dinner? What time did you have their bath at? What exact fucking book did you read going to sleep? Because that's the thing. Recreate that every night. But
that's the one thing I'm noticing now that schools are back. The routines are everything. Routine is life.
It's brilliant.
It's the best. Like your eldest, has she just started as P1?
She's just preschool.
Preschool. Nice. So that's She's same age as Matilda. Isn't she?
Yeah.
So yeah, she's going into P1 next year.
People next. So she's 3 and a bit.
Uh-huh.
She's 3 in April, and then she's
That would be 3 and a bit then. Yeah.
that would be 3 and a bit. That's the way maths works and counting.
Yeah.
Counting works again as well. So and calendars and all. She's
Does she? Right?
3 and a bit. She's done great. She absolutely loves it, and she it is brilliant getting up in the morning and then like everyone getting out of the house at the exact same time, and it just being like a routine, because obviously you know as well when you're like self-employed and your kids are at home, you sort of don't a lot of time have to be out for a specific time, and the day can run away with you and nothing happens. And so it's been good that Sean and I have been like we got this routine now this past few weeks, and we hope to continue to do so. We half the day in 2 slots, so one of us takes the first half of the day as the parent.
All right, okay. I was wondering, just like in bed all day.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
just
not
5
doing
hours,
this day.
and then the other one. So you work for half the day and then parent for the other half of the day, and
That's
then
fair.
we joint parent in the morning and the evening.
Yeah.
But we take like 4 or 5 hours each, where we get like our own shit done, and it's honestly been so much better for even our mental health. Like every day you get a couple of hours where you get to go do some work or go to the gym or do the sort of things that you need to get done. Because before that, we'd fuck no routine, and you were just like going, when can I get anything done?
But like, how have you found that? Like, how long is she in preschool for? What's that wee slot that you have?
So at the minute, she's, like today she's going until 11:30, but her class is really good.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be on 5 to 9 to 1:30,
All right, okay.
which is great.
That is nice. But Matilda's only in from 9 until 11:30.
Shite.
It's her. But then because of COVID, they were like, we have to cut the time. But it's not COVID anymore. No one cares.
Got it still? No?
Yeah, so it's like 11:30. But 2.5 hours, she's just down the road. That means that's my gym time now. So I'm like,
Exactly.
I'll just go to the gym in
It's
that
a
2.5
long
hours.
gym sesh.
Have breakfast too. Come on,
Okay.
I'll relax
We
yourself.
shower and all.
Yeah, come in. And you know what? I'm at the age now where, hiya, when people are like using the phrase better than sex, a shower after the gym, better than sex.
Oh my!
You know, nothing better. That's to me. I'm like,
Amazing.
oh, it's amazing.
I said that yesterday. Now what happens to me is I normally, so whenever I go to the gym during like the end of my alone time of the day. So when I come back, I'm normally straight on parent shift, so I don't get to shower straight away.
Oh.
I know, but it makes that all the better when you get to get them fucking sorted. You throw something on the TV, get them a snack, and an hour later you get to get a shower. You're like, I've been stinking for about 2 hours, and it's just glorious.
Because I would come home and be smelly after. Because I don't. This is the thing. Sweat just doesn't stop. You know, if you've been working out, you don't just go working out's over. So if you go straight in the shower, you're still sweaty. The shower's all hot. You're like, I just will never stop sweating all day.
And when you're getting dressed and all afterwards too, you continue to sweat.
Oh, it's the worst. It is the worst. So I would come home, have my breakfast, maybe do a wee bit of like check emails, read a bit of the sports transfer gossip.
Learn
which
your
is
lines
done.
for all your parts.
Yeah, learn like my 2 lines I get, but it's hard for my brain to work.
Shankle as it I.
And be like, oh, actually, you know what? I did something yesterday that was just so silly. I got them in and I had to do an accent. So I was doing a Yorkshire accent.
Okay.
So
that's all right. I was worried about what accent they were.
No,
wanting you to
I
do.
was like, I am an Indian taxi driver.
Yeah.
But I got in and I forgot that I was, because this was just a pickup scene, so it was just the shot of the taxi pulling up, people popping into it.
Mm-hmm.
So they hopped in and I forgot I was mic'd, so I had to make like just a home like that. So then they got in and I was like, "You looking for a taxi, mate?" Like that, and they were like, "Can we reset that? Because why did you do that?" I was like, oh,
I forgot I
I
mixed
was just
up.
having a crack.
Yeah.
And I had to get out of the car. Someone had to move the taxi down a busy street. I had to hop back in and be like, "You looking for a ride, mate?" And they're like, don't do that. You know, in a serious director, don't do that.
And a big production. I love when they're like, can we do that? Why did you do that? Why are you ruining our show?
That's the hardest question you get asked. Why though? And then I'm like, well, in my head, it felt like a bit of banter.
It's these sort of accusatory questions against my creative decisions that will make me not want to be creative in future.
Exactly. And then and it was like that was the thing. Whenever they're in the car, they're like, "Excuse me, can you take us here?" Like, "I don't know, mate. This is my Yorkshire voice. You like that, mate?" So.
It has to go up here.
But no, I love a routine. I love it, and it's great. And I feel like that's why I've been lazy, big fat shite over summer basically, and now I'm like, right, I'm recording my stand-up show here in a month and a half. I want to just feel good.
Were you recording it again?
In the courthouse 2 nights.
Oh yes, sexy.
Yeah.
Tell us this. What is your ideal? Like, now you're in your routine. You've got like 9 till 1.
Can I say I love this? I love routine. See, parent routine chat.
Oh no, but seriously, you want to see my every notebook I have is whenever I get into bed at night, I take my teeth out, my wig off, and then
You're a bitch. I rolled Alvich.
Yeah, and I reveal my toes, and I like sit with my book and be like, right, and I plan the next day the like things I have to get done, and I cannot tell you how much I jizz over schedule.
Oh.
I get horny over a timetable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be in bed. Sean was like trying it on. I'd be like, hold on, one more second. 9:30 a.m. reply to emails. Come on. That's me. I just want to. I want to know what's going on, and I have to schedule stuff so heavily that Sean's just like, this is too much.
Yeah. I like to know just because usually my sort of routine would be I have a couple of days a week where Catherine's working, kids are away. I just do what I want. Normally podcast, which is not really like work, but no, I give myself wee tasks to do every day that I need to do. Like today was a day where we had no kids. You know, no kids. So you know what that meant?
Both these are no kids.
So you know what that meant we got up to?
Clean the house.
No, we went to look at sheds. So that was fun. We're in the market for a shed, and Catherine was more excited that I was keen to look at sheds and tiles than she was about anything else.
So we got a shed built there 2 weeks ago, and what's your deal? What do you need? What's your situation?
Right now we did a bit of negotiating. We went to a couple of spots. Shout out to everybody that replied to my story, by the way, and recommended some shed people. G-string, you're a good man. But that was another thing.
Guy building your shed, G-string.
No, a guy had sent me a message, said go to this place, ask for so and so, and say G-string sent you. And I'm like, I feel like this could be a rib.
Yeah.
I go in and be like G-string, and they're like, police. You know,
you're all, do you need a taxi, mate? Yeah, G-string sent me.
I'll just take myself up, mate. But he, so he recommended someone. I went there today and got all priced up and side because again we have a space at the bottom of the garden where all the birds and the bees, and there's a lot of people called the Pottington Peas. They live down there, and then as well as that, there's a 10-foot by 5-foot set of slabs. So we need an 8-foot by 4 foot to fit in, and so we can cut the bushes and all. And then because we're getting work done on the house, we're getting rid of the garage, so we need.
Is this
space.
A storage shed?
It's an important storage shed.
It's an important storage shed?
It's necessary to be. It needs to fit all my shit in it.
What your specific shit or like household shit?
Like garden stuff, so like my lawnmower, all my garden, my rake, my hoe.
Are these yours?
Yeah.
Does Kathy not do garden stuff?
No, I don't like her doing it. So yeah, I just think there's some things she's great at, and some things I just prefer to do.
I think men do the garden to get away from their family.
I think so. You know what? I think it's because again, it's a job that needs done.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh my God, Dave! My zip's been down this whole time. My dick's been hanging out.
All this talk about routines. You're like,
I took a route. I've got a route for a routine.
But yeah, it's important.
Right.
You know, it's important, and the garden. I mean, because it's like it's all sweaty and all. Catherine was like to do that, and I like to get in, get my vest on, get my garden done.
Yes. You know?
Sean's
the garden guy as well in our house, but like, just because I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna go back.
Yeah, do you find, right, I mean, because sometimes nowadays people are like, excuse me, did you mention gender? So should people with different genders do different things? I don't think so. But do you think some jobs are kind of
bins or for the man?
Like, and some things will annoy you, but won't annoy Sean, and there'll be stuff that'll annoy him and won't annoy you. For example, there is a little forest growing out of my gutter on one side. It's
I'm so glad you said that, because I thought you were going to say like your arsehole or something, like you need trimmed.
And it's doing my head in. And I like that should be our number one job. Whereas Catherine's like, actually, I think we should do. I'm like, no, but this is really annoying me. And then that's, you know what I mean. So there's stuff that you'll be like, nah, I need that to do that.
Yes, I think preparation is something in our house. I'm like the night before, I'll have like everyone's clothes sat out, so it's like quicker for the next morning. I'll like this morning I made my own pizza dough, trad wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had that sitting now. In saying that, there, Sean did send me a photograph, and it has supposed to double in size, and it has definitely quadrupled in size, spilled out over the thing and went sticky, and it's over the countertops. And Sean was like, I think you've done a shit job, let's not have pizza tonight. And I was like, fair enough, we all will die. So I think it annoys me when things aren't like massively prepared for like the next day. Sean would get annoyed over like plugs being left on and all. Electricity, that seems to bother him.
Yeah.
Closing doors tight. He always wants the fucking door shut tight. I don't know why.
Yeah, because it keeps the heat in. Could be sensible.
What a granda thing to say.
But like that sometimes like one thing Catherine will get cross about me, maybe like boiling the kettle, like a full kettle, and I'm like, well, I'm going to drink all of that. I'm going to have 2 liters of coffee despite you.
I
will.
wish you would, because that is
Yeah.
also very bad for the environment.
But then if I hate hypocrisy within the house rules.
Right.
You know, and I don't like. And Catherine likes a real hot shower. Oh yeah. And I remember I went in one day and she was just sitting on the toilet doing a pee while the shower was running. The whole room was like a steam room. I was like, why you're just running that water? And imagine I had done that, and she was like, yeah, be cross, but
But did you have that conversation with her while she was on doing a pee?
yeah.
So you went in and told your wife off while she was pissing?
No, I went in for something else. I think to get a toothbrush or something. But she was just and I thought in the shower, because the shower had been running for like 20 minutes, and she might have been doing a poo actually. Now I think about it.
But it's mad, like the visual of that. She's on the toilet, the place is steamed up. You've walked in and you've not went, for God's, I'll talk to you in a minute. You've had a go at her when she's on the toilet.
Yeah, and at her most vulnerable state actually. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, she can hardly get up and get in your face, or the shit out of.
I know, and then I'd have to clean that up too. And I just got up and I was like, you know what? I'll remember this.
Sean and I are heavily considering.
In fact,
divorce.
it's the tumble dryer. It's a tumble dryer. She hates me using the tumble dryer.
Why?
And I was like, oh, I'm using the tumble dryer, and you just take a shit while the shower's on.
Sorry, I've got another one too. Sean puts wet clothes on the radiators around the house. I mean, like, use the
Tumble dryer.
or the clothes horse.
Yeah, no, but then do you turn the radiators on?
Aye.
Then that'll dry. I
No.
Yeah.
Your house will be have all wet clothes smell in it and steam, and that's how you get dirty walls.
But do you not clean your clothes? You don't just soak them in water and then put them over the thing. There should be like a nice smell of fragrant.
Not all
clothes.
of the wet clothes around your house. No, that's also bad for your asthma. Sean has asthma,
That is bad for the asthma.
so you
too.
shouldn't be doing
You
that.
need to get dehumidifiers and all in then, don't you?
What's that's mental. Sean,
It's just not easy having a fucking house.
no,
is it?
it's mad. We are making things worse for ourselves too. What we're doing at the minute is researching homeschooling our kids.
That is silly. Don't do that.
Isn't that mad?
Yeah, but why? Why would you ever do that to yourself? And why do it to the kids?
I know. So the thing is, it could either be the best thing for them, or they could become fucking weirdos.
But you know what? I think homeschool, you can't, like, a lot of it is they need to figure out stuff. You know, I think there's the worry always of, like, people being mean to them or being bullied.
That's it.
But then also, you have to kind of make friends and be able to do that. And, you know, you'll also need your own time. Like, when you think how busy you are with your reschedules.
We'd have none. We'd have
then-
zero time.
Yeah, you can
Like
do
Sean's like, but there's groups online he's joined. He goes, there's meetups and all. People go bouldering. And I was like, how many times can you take your kids bouldering? He goes, there's also squash. And I was like, yeah, I know, but like, how many times can you do
Like,
that?
I love Sean, but would I like my children to be taught by him? If you're like, this is your teacher, I'd be like, no, it's all right.
Yeah, like, imagine you were about to get open heart surgery and the doctor came in and he's like, where did you get your medical degree? And he's like, don't you worry. My dad taught me in the house and Craigavon, and we were just, he was in his new shed and
Like, is your dad, is he a surgeon? He's a comedian.
yeah, he's a
Wow.
joke surgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well,
Yeah, but no, it is hard. And then when you get rid of them, and like
see, we wouldn't be doing homeschooling. We've realised there's a difference between homeschooling.
Are you just saying you want them to stay at home?
home
all day?
educating? Yeah, just don't go in.
Yeah, they're
just,
not educated.
They don't learn anything.
Listen, it's literally the school of life. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
it.
Hard knocks.
The world is your classroom.
No, we had a wee issue with Holly last year. The teacher had said there's another kid being mean to her, and it broke my heart. It really did. And now I have to get vengeance some way.
Yes, on the
And
child or
and
on their
you
parents.
Can't. No, I like their parents, but the child is a child, so you can't get vengeance on the child. So, you know, you just have to wait until one day long grass. So maybe when they're like older or something, I like do something, a prayer at their wedding. You know, like, you know, in Beauty and the Beast, when the wee like old woman knocks on the door, let me in, Beast, let me in, mate, and he's like, no,
You need a taxi. Jump in the back.
Would you like this rose, mate? And then he turns into temptress or a enchantress, not a temptress. That's entirely something different. But yeah, you know what? And then it's again, you know, like at the end of the day, look, all joking aside, kids don't mean it, but it is, and I mean, it is just hard when a teacher rings you and goes, yeah, she used the phrase, she's like, she's lost her sparkle. And I went, no.
Oh no!
And made me sad. But then we just had to chat with her and be like, look, if someone's upsetting you, just play with other kids and, you know, do that. She doesn't mean it. It's nothing. It's just hard. And then when you just see your wee kid sad, you do feel terrible.
Awful.
There's nothing worse than them being...
Because they don't understand that moments pass. They think
Yeah.
this is it forever. It's like whenever, so obviously with our 1-year-old Rocky, when you leave him somewhere, like with like granny or grand or whatever.
I would say the park centre.
Yeah, we used to leave him to homeschool himself somewhere.
Yeah.
He doesn't know you're coming back.
Yeah.
Whereas with a 3.5-year-old at this stage, she's like, right, see you in an hour. Whereas the wee boy's all, so is this it? This is goodbye? He's like, so are we gonna see each other again? Or, you know, they don't understand. And that's the thing about their wee feelings too. If they're feeling something, they don't know what's gonna pass. So if they're sad or, you know, shit.
And that is the problem with parenting as well, because they could do something and it's in the minute, and then you want to be like, why'd you do that? And they're literally like, I don't know, I just felt like it.
I know.
And you're like, and then they're like, sorry.
Like the other day, Winter Phil got Rocky's wee toy, and there was like a wee tiny slug, I mean this size here, on the ground, and she got doing this thing where she doesn't like spiders, right? But she's not actually afraid of them, because she's if you go to her Catch Yourself On, she'll
She's
be all,
spider racist,
she'll
really.
laugh. No, but she's mimicking somebody else's behaviour who has shown her that they're afraid of spiders. She killed this slug, and I went, well, I hope you're happy with yourself. As all mummy slugs sliding around now looking for her wee child, and her wee child's dead, and as all now mummy slug sad, and what's mummy slug gonna do the night? Who's she tucking into bed tonight? And my daughter was all really thinking about her actions, and as all, there you are, no child of mine will be a murderer.
Wow.
No, instead that she goes out to your Granny and Gwenda's, and they make a game out of killing flies.
Yeah,
With the fly swat.
Yeah, that's that's the worst, isn't it?
So like there's like two different schools of thought. So how's she going? But it's so you're lecturing me about murdering the slug when yesterday I won the game of how many flies you can kill in 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Because that is so true. Because now Matilda will see a little and freak out because Catherine's scared of spiders. I'm like, but it's just a little slater. Like I've taught them to pick up the wee slaters off the ground, and I said, Holly, you know, slaters love to swim. So if you get the slaters and pop them with a kitchen toilet roll, pop them down the toilet and flush them, they go back to see your friends.
Oh no!
And she's like, I'm just sending them off here. And like, see you later, Slater. But then, like,
That is amazing.
And away she goes.
That is how people end up murdering to like funny music. Dudes like
Yeah.
and they're like stabbing people because they're like, I'm sending you back to your mummy.
Yeah. And they're like, this guy.
Like that's how.
But yeah, I'm worried. I'm a wee bit worried. Holly does some weird stuff. Like Catherine said, she watched her the other day. The two of them were playing on a rug together, and she was like, Matilda's running around, but Holly's like edging slightly closer to her with her foot. Like she's trying to trip her up, and she's like, I'll watch for a minute, surely not. And then when Matilda went around, she lifted her foot and she dumped on the ground. And then I was out driving the cab, and she was like, what why'd you do that? And she's like, I want to. She's like, do you hurt Matilda on purpose? She was like, sometimes.
Oh
I was like, oh no. And it's like, why? It's like, I like it. And we're like, wow, all right, fucking Norman Bates.
But you have to remember that they're only learning, because whenever Winter does matches they get to, I sometimes build your right. I have to try and not lose my shit, because you have to go right. She is only now learning for the first time that you're not supposed to do that, so I have to go to her, right, it's okay, you're only learning. But now sometimes she'll be like, I'm only learning. After thump, and you're like,
That's smart.
what do I do? Do I tell her off for punching Rocky, or do I go, you're such a smart girl?
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is the hardest part, because like last night when I was out, Catherine texted me and goes, you'll never guess who's still awake. And then I did, because it was either Holly or Matilda, so I was like one of the kids, and she's like, yeah, with the wee one. And I said, okay, so what happened? So she went to read Holly a bedtime story, and Matilda was already in bed. And she said she came out, she could hear a noise. I said, what's that noise? Popped in. Matilda just taken herself out of bed, got her tablet, popped back in bed, just watching Peppa Pig, and she was like, what are you doing? No. And took it off her and hid it. And she was downstairs, and she went out to the toilet because she's always pooing. And she just went upstairs, turned the shower, and went downstairs, started to poo. And she's like, I hear a noise upstairs again. I was like, surely not. It's like 9 o'clock. She went up, and Matilda snuck out of bed again, got her tablet, was pretending to be asleep.
But they're on.
I put the tablet under the duvet, and she could just hear. Like,
George, no. Yeah.
And she was like, you know, and you have to give her.
Do you know what would
credit,
be
that's quite
amazing
smart.
though? If like Catherine lifted the tablet and on the screen was just you going, fancy a cat.
Look at her eye, mate.
That'd be amazing.
But I was like, I can't be cross. That's funny to me. You know,
Do you know what Rocky did in his sleep the other night? By 4 o'clock in the morning,
All right, I think you meant literally, because I was like,
No.
that's what they do.
No, we did that last night.
Kids do
He
that.
woke up the other night and just like laughed and laughed and laughed for ages. And I'm looking at him in the monitor going, I am convinced. Like, I think I want to be part of a haunting experience more than like I don't even know if I believe in it, but I just want. I think sometimes I'm like trying to induce it.
I don't know if that's wise. Is it?
I know it's just because sometimes I'm like you'd love to like just see it happening or see some, like I know a girl who said that she was on holidays and her 2-year-old or 3-year-old kept talking to the corner of the room in this apartment in like fucking Tenerife or something, kept talking to the corner of the room and telling her mommy about the man in the room and all, and then when they looked into it the year before, a man had stayed in that apartment with his wife. It was his 50th birthday and he fell off the balcony and died. And they showed the wee boy a photograph and he was all, that's him.
Well, why did he talk to him in the corner of the room and not out the window?
He's literally talk from the corner of the room. Dave, why are you telling the man he has to go recreate his death every day?
No, it's like, why is it like, you alright, mate? No.
Yeah.
Well, that would freak me out.
But the wee boy wasn't afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? He was just having a chat. He probably should have been all, did you pay for him to stay here? Because he's like, why is he here?
That would be, it's the thought that who made kids so scary? That's the thing.
I know.
Like, they are terrifying, and especially like whenever like I went once to do a pee during the night, and Holly was just her standing in the hallway, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Like The Shining, half of The Shining.
What are you doing awake? And she answered with something, something that a baby says, just cryptic but also freaky, like, because I am. And you're like, well, don't be. Go to bed, and they're just terrifying little creatures standing there.
My ma told me about her niece, which I suppose is my cousin, isn't it? Yeah. I get really convoluted. In America, and that there was a room that she wasn't allowed to go into because it had lots of like porcelain figurines, and that during it was like just after somebody's funeral that day or whatever, and that she went into the room, they couldn't find her in the house, and they opened the door of the room and she was in there and she was holding all of the porcelain things that she wasn't allowed to hold, and she's only like 4, and they were like, what are you you're not allowed to be in here, and she went, well, somebody made me do it.
Oh wow. And why is she so sassy?
Because I made her up. No, because and I was like that. My mom was like, she obviously has like fucking got a wee ghost friend, and they play in the house.
No, ghosts are just no. Do you believe in anything, or do you not? Do you sort of half? Do you half not?
I don't like to go. I outright don't believe in that because I haven't a clue. Yeah. None of us have a clue.
I'm with you on that.
And also, we only use a wee bit of our brains. You less so than most.
Yeah,
but
fair.
Like, we don't use like 7% or something stupid like that.
But then who does those studies?
The people who use 8%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a whole part of our brain that we can't tap into, and I think that people who can see ghosts or whatever else can use that bit of our brain. Like, would it be so funny that like the odd person who can talk to ghosts and the ghosts are all, thank fuck, because we've been standing about here shouting in your face for like all day. Like, there's no way that it's like aliens and all. There's no way that we are the only people. Like, this is the only inhabited planet. Like, that's so obnoxious of us to think.
Yeah, but then, like, what are the other creatures? Because we all be like, they're just little green men with big eyes.
I know.
Yeah, but they could just be big slug things.
Yeah, they could just be a fucking plant.
Yeah,
with 6 eyeballs and a dick.
Exactly, and like because none of them they're not all going to speak.
Could somebody please draw a plant with 6 eyeballs and a dick?
But there must be other, like, it would make no sense in the world that there are the universe and the galaxies, there'd be nothing else.
It's so up our own holes of us to be like, we're the smartest of all. Like, we're not. There's somebody else somewhere smarter than us laughing at us right now.
But then it takes ages to get anywhere, doesn't it?
Not if you've got a super spaceship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I just, like you say, I just hate people who are, no, there can't be. It's like, there could be, no one knows.
I know.
It's like heaven or hell. There's no, have you been?
I know. You can go, I don't think so. But my educated opinion is that I don't think that can happen. But you can't just outright go to somebody, no, like, God isn't real, or aliens don't exist, or ghosts aren't real, because but none of us really know. Like, same way you can't, whenever you talk to somebody who is religious, they can't also force you to be religious or force you to believe in aliens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's like, if you went back to the 70s and said internet, what internet was, you can get this thing on you go, shut up.
Do you remember Ireland's Own magazine?
No.
It was,
I don't.
it was for
Oh, I do, and it's got a wee puzzles and all in the back. Yes.
It's like a newspaper / magazine. It's for pensioners, like
It
about
has
30.
like pictures, but they're like drawn by hand on the
Yes.
front. Yes, I do. Yes.
So it's like a real. My granddad used to collect them. So whenever he went up to his house,
Oh, that's been fun.
I know. What a guy. He's like, somebody made me do it. So he's just like, I always used to read the wee stories on it. And one of them was about this guy who like, so current day, they found a letter and when they were like knocking down a fucking civil service building somewhere in England, and it had, so they found this letter that was like in the wall, and it was like, the year is, I don't know, 18 whatever. I am from like 2012, and no one believes me, and I know what the internet is, I know, and all these things. He goes, I know what cars are, I know what whatever else. He goes, I was driving over a bridge, and there was a massive beam of light, and all of a sudden I was here, and I went back in time, and everyone thinks I'm fucking mad, and I'm currently in an asylum. And he lived and died in that asylum, and there's records of that man's name, a madman by the name of, I can't remember, Jack or whatever, lived in this asylum, lived and died, thought he was from the future. There's records of that man existing that amount of years ago, and he'd written the letter and how you would speak now.
Yeah.
And then a woman was able to say, my husband was driving over a bridge on his way to dinner date that he was meeting her at with friends, and he never turned up, and his car was found with the doors open over a bridge, and they all thought he jumped in. They all thought he'd killed himself, and they were like, well, obviously that man went back in time and then existed for the rest of his life in the 1800s in an asylum as a madman who was like, there's a thing called Google, there's porn, and people were like, you can live here and die here.
Why did he not just be smarter then and go, I'll just pretend to be fixed and then go out and make these things?
But how, if someone said, do you know what the internet is? Go make it. With all, by the way, also, and all of your tools are made of stone.
Yeah.
Off you go. Off
Yeah.
you pop.
Yeah, I mean, so is there any, so that was in Ireland's Own magazine?
That was in Ireland's Own magazine. I think it might have been the priest's way of freaking people out.
Yeah,
Being
I
like,
think it sounds like something that may or may not have been a lie.
no, I think I choose to believe it.
But it would be a good story, but it'd be a shit time to go back to the 1800s. You'd be like, really?
I know.
Really?
You'd be like, why didn't I go back to a funner time? There was no funner time though. Now's the fun time.
Yeah.
No, we peaked. We peaked in the 80s.
Yeah, see, I think a lot of people like, the Summer of Love in the 70s and all, in the 60s. They're like, that was great. The 60s would have been.
I think they didn't have enough information on certain things then. I
Yeah.
prefer a wee bit more information on AIDS.
I was on AIDS.
Well, when that happened in the 80s.
Yeah, but they had a good time, those guys.
So maybe
They
they're
had fun.
better off before they knew about AIDS and they were
Yeah.
just having fun.
And then you're just like, you know what, if they're a bit more religious, and be like, oh, well, God
God
just
took
chose
him.
me. He just chose me.
Or God's punishing him
Yeah, but obviously not.
for bumming.
Yeah, but then you go to heaven to bum forever. You're right, well, it depends what your heaven is. So.
You would have, so are you here for bum heaven?
Yeah.
Or-
bum heaven or regular heaven. I'd be like, oh, is there an option? I'll go bum heaven.
Yeah. Can I do a trial? 30-day free trial?
I love that that's the only two heavens are
Normal heaven
or
bum heaven.
But you know what? I always think eternity is quite a long time.
It really
And like
is.
you would get a wee bit fed up of bumming all the time when you'd be like, I'm bummed out.
Yeah,
I'm totally.
literally
That's-
bum. That must be where it comes from.
The arts of the same.
I'm bummed out. Oh my god. The first person to ever say that must have been bummed so hard that they were so done.
I'm going, oh, I'm bummed out.
That's where that must come from.
But are you bummed out from being the bummer, the bummie?
Oh,
Either way.
both of them would be so bummed. Well, no, if you're the bummie's taking the bum. No. The bummie's being the bum. The bummer wouldn't be bummed out. They'd be
No.
decked out.
Yeah. But then where does other bum sense come from? Like a bum steer or the bum deal?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the bum deal would be the guy who's being bummed.
Yeah, he's like, let's make a deal that I don't get bummed anymore. Can we sign off on that, please?
Sounds abusive.
I know.
Can we we just make a deal here, please? We stop the bumming.
And when you say it, like, please, it's a bit like, and you'd feel terrible if you're the bummer. You'd be like, oh, sorry.
I know you love bumming.
I thought you liked bumming. And he's like, well, up until a point.
There's only so much bumming one man can take.
It was great, but now I just need a wee rest. I just like to have a cup of tea and read Ireland's Own.
And a free
What
bum.
about you? Stick it
Is it a free bum? Is it a free willy? Free bum?
And a bum steer is maybe someone trying to get away from being bum. It's the wheel. Oh dear, poor bum.
That is so amazing. I bet you that's where that comes from, bummed out.
Yeah, if anybody else out there knows where bummed out came from, or if you are bummed out, let us know. Tell your nearest and dearest. Oh, bums. Bum's a funny word, isn't it?
Bums are the funniest things, right? Because bums aren't really genitals, aren't they? Not. They're like an extension of your back or your thigh. They're not really like dirty. Like a bare bum isn't like a dirty.
No, a bare bum, but if you open a bum and get pooed on, it's so dirty.
No, I know, but like if you were to look at a bum isn't very sexual.
No.
Like a wee bare bum.
No, but no, it's all about a turn of phrase. If you go a wee bare bum, yeah, would insinuate it's like a kid's bum, and you'd be like, yeah, definitely not sexy.
Yeah.
But if you're like a bum, ooh,
No,
nice
no,
bum.
there's
Not a bum. Ooh.
There's no way of saying the word bum and it being
I know.
sexy. Show us your bum. It would have to be arse or ass or something.
Give me a wee
Show
look
me your
at
bum.
bum.
Can I look at your bum? Can I grab your bum?
Well, you just sound like a granny
Just
automatically.
like an old man.
Give us a look. Give me a look at your bum.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I'm bummed out. Show us your arse.
But also, do you want to be so funny if you didn't have a bum?
Yeah.
If it just went back and then your legs came down out of your back and there was
But
no...
that's a wee bit like what I have. Catherine said, you don't have a bum. She goes to me the other week. She's like, you know what your bum's like? And I went, what? She goes, it's like the bottom of a pepper.
Oh, Catherine has really good analogies.
Yeah, she's good at that.
Was it her?
Analogies.
Yeah.
More bum talk. Whoa.
Everything that must. Do you know what is so gay? Everything.
Okay.
Everything is so gay.
I mean, you could make, see if you add to the end of something, it automatically turns really gay. Like if you say, "Oh, that's a nice coat," that's, you know, you can use that about anything. It just okay.
Can I borrow your pen?
See? Give me a wee look at your bum.
Do you want a cup of tea?
But what else does good that mean? No.
So gay.
If you pack your lunch.
Why did God make it wrong when everything is so gay?
Yeah, but like,
Even God is so gay.
God is so gay.
He's the Lord of the gays.
Yeah,
He is the gay Lord.
He is. Like, if you're a Christian gay person and believe in God, he is
He's
the gay Lord.
But you told me one time about was it maybe do you say it on stage about the Bunsen burner fart thing?
I don't know.
Did you not say one time? And it's always stuck with me because I thought it was really funny. Was it Catherine said, were you like trying to fart in bed or something?
Yeah.
Be quiet about it.
Yeah,
And
that
she
sounds
was
like a gas tap.
I heard your wee gas tap
Yeah.
farts.
Because I had tried to be. Because I was like lying in bed and didn't want to go, but I needed to go. So I was like, if I maybe. If I like open my bottom a bit, it might just go. I sit there.
Open your wee bum.
And it just went.
Yeah, like it's yeah.
It's fart. Like sound like a gas tap in a biology lab.
Yeah.
It does. Suppose
Your
what
wee
it is.
Bunsen burner fart.
Oh yeah, look at your wee bum.
Yeah. Did you do a wee fart?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But how do we end up getting so
into the bum talk?
to the bum talk?
We are bummed out.
I do feel a bit bummed out now.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was mad.
Oh.
Fucking hell. That is so phallic as well.
It is.
Like this happening is.
I don't know what's happened to that because it's been playing up all day. You just keep touching it and it just keeps going.
That's what she said.
That is indeed what she said. You know what? I think we're bummed out for this podcast. You can
On that note,
you can go. Is there anything you have coming up? Anything you want to plug? You're back out on tour again, aren't you?
yes, got MILF. My stand-up tour has 4 more dates. I'm in Portico of Ards and
Beautiful.
Portaferry. Gorgeous wee venue. I'm in Theatre at the Mill in Newton Abbey. I'm in Newcastle Cinema in Newcastle, County Down. So I don't know why I did a semi-Geordie accent.
/
And then I'm in Armagh Marketplace. And that's all in October.
Nice.
So the last 4 dates of the Got MILF tour. Tickets can be bought on DionaDoherty.co.uk.
And you have also your Hen House.
My what?
Hen House, is it Sex and City Hall?
Sex in the City Hall is out. It goes on to start end of September until... It goes out on the 18th of September for 3 weeks in all the theatres around the north. Lots of dates are already sold out. Some still available. Derry? Fuck. Try to fill 2 nights in a million Forum. I'm bummed out about that. That is never going to happen. But if you're in Derry, buy early, buy often.
Yeah. Derry's full of themselves, aren't they?
They're fucking something's full of themselves.
Yeah.
They're not filling themselves into the theatre.
No. They need to stop being such bummers.
Stop being
Get
such
out.
wee bitches.
Yeah.
Come to the show.
I'm the sly guy.